Are you sitting comfortably? Then we'll begin.
Hope and glad and nice to see you for part 2. Glad you're here. Hope you joined us. You know, all that crap.
If you're not here, you're not watching us, so you didn't hear that message.
Exactly. Yeah, if you're not here, you know what? Screw you. You know, seriously. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah.
But we promised you a bit more on the Trump situation. We just didn't want to flood the first show with it because, to be honest, it's really hard on your head, you know, and you need a break, right? I mean, I just can't do the whole thing. But you got to switch to Portland as well, right? Because you got 6 protesters that have been arrested and 2 people were shot.
Yeah, not much details coming out about that.
Well, I got a few. So,
okay.
Yeah. So, late on Thursday, there were 6 protesters arrested. There's been a huge appeal for calm, obviously. The Department of Homeland Security identified the 2 people who were shot. There was Yorlinas Betsabeth Zabrano Contreras, and it's probably butchered them all. Sorry about that. And Luis David Nico Moncada, undocumented immigrants from Venezuela. So Trisha McLaughlin, one that was telling absolute bullshit lies about what's going on in Minneapolis, said to Fox Faux News that both were suspected to be ties to the Venezuelan gang. You know, that one, it doesn't even say the name here, but it's been investigated, and that connection is falling to the wayside very quickly and becoming very less certain than originally stated. Oh, wow. Is anybody shocked?
At least they have the right names for an action this time, as opposed to an American citizen.
That's true. That's true.
But
yeah. So, and you're not. It's very much true. There's so much disinformation flying around that to hear them actually get the names was almost surprising. There's no documentation that's been given to The Guardian, the BBC, or a few other news sources that have tried to get any confirmation about these guys being involved in the Tren de Aragua gang, right? They were shot Thursday afternoon outside a Portland hospital. The DHS said that U.S. Border Patrol agents had stopped a vehicle to search for a person they suspected of being an undocumented immigrant tied to the gang. And according to the agents, they opened fire when the driver of the vehicle tried to run them over.
Oh, that old story. Yeah,
Well,
okay.
This is what we were saying, Dunk, yesterday when we were talking about this a bit on the pub chat. This seems to be something that Homeland Security, along with Department of Justice and Trump himself, have decided is a thing now. And I bet we're going to hear a lot of this. If you move your vehicle anywhere near when an ICE agent is trying to approach the vehicle, that means that you are somebody who can be fired upon because you are endangering their lives. This is what has been decided.
Oh, it'll be one of those situations, even if you just sit in the car's not running, but you have the keys in your pocket.
That's right. That's right. It's going to get really bad, but this is what they've decided because it's happening over and over now. And it's quickly here's the quote: fearing for his life and safety, an agent fired a defensive shot. The driver drove off with the passenger fleeing the scene. Right. A passenger and driver were fleeing, masked men drawing weapons on them and firing. What would you do?
Yeah, and unfortunately, this time we don't have any video.
No. And this is one day after the fatal shooting in Minneapolis, right? And, of course, Portland has seen ICE processing facility, big protests and stuff. There's a couple of Oregon senators here, Democratic ones, urging protesters to remain calm. You got Jeff Merkley and another one as well. And I agree. We have to, even as angry as we are, that we literally have, well, you guys in America have like a goose-stepping Gestapo running through your streets, right? Portland police chief is echoing the pleas of calm, orderly, peaceful protest. And the reason these people are urging this is because they know that Trump's Gestapo is looking for any excuse they can to unleash hell so they can lock the city down because it's not a city that voted for Trump. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
this
the
is to steal an election.
The Alien Insurrection Act.
So it's horrible. People are being arrested, American citizens, by immigration and customs authority, by border control.
Yeah, why on the border?
Yeah. Right? I can understand immigration and customs enforcement being in the country, finding people and this and that, because I think that's always been part of their deal. But border control? Why the fuck are you in Minneapolis or Portland? No.
Yeah, they'll be recruiting the guy that goes around with the van collecting up rabid dogs and the dog pound guy. Yeah, you'll do. You got a big net.
Yeah, exactly. So here's a quote from Keith Wilson, Portland's mayor. This was at a news conference. He says, "We know what the federal government says happened here. There was a time when we could take them at their word, but that time's long past."
Yeah.
Right?
These guys are really like putting it out on the line. That's saying how it is.
The Minneapolis mayor, I swear to God, every town he goes to, 20% of the women want to bear his children right now.
Until 24 hours ago, or maybe 48 hours ago, never heard of him.
Me either.
Now he's everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Right? When politics is done for him, he will make a fortune on OnlyFans. It's just a fact.
He's on Brian Tyler Cohen.
He's probably writing a book about it.
Yeah. My life with Brian Tyler Cohen.
Yeah. So here's another one from Keith Wilson, the Portland mayor there. He says, "We cannot sit by while constitutional protections erode and bloodshed mounts. Portland is not a training ground for militarized agents, and the full force threatened by the administration has deadly consequences. As mayor, I call on ICE to end all operations in Portland until a full investigation can be completed.
Sensible words.
Very much so. Very much so.
Not quite get the fuck out of Portland, which I think was pretty astonishing to hear a mayor say that. But
the Chippendale mayor got real angry, man. Yeah. Here's another one. Maxine Dexter, Democratic representative for the district where the shooting took place, who is also a doctor. She said, ICE has done nothing but inject terror, chaos, and cruelty into our communities. Trump's immigration machine is using violence to control our communities straight out of the authoritarian playbook. ICE must immediately end all active operations in Portland.
Yeah.
And the quotes like these go on from officials in Portland and Oregon, right?
Yeah.
It's Oregon, right? Yeah, I think so.
But they won't.
No, they'll ramp up because how dare you speak against us in public?
Yeah, exactly. We'll tell you what, we'll shoot more people.
Yeah.
If that's what you want.
Yeah. So here, AI Alchemist just did us up a little image in the background. And sadly, I think it's about as true right now. But is America becoming a police state, or is the current administration trying to make it one? Sadly, I have to say yes.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way.
America is supposed to be the pinnacle of democracy. It's the one the other countries look to as the leader in pure democracy, pure capitalism. And wow, well, the democracy part, that's gone. Pure capitalism, I don't even think it's pure anymore. Now it's corrupt, At least in America's hands. At least in the current administration's hands. Sorry.
See, the thing is, in Nazi Germany, I mean, I hate to bring up this comparison all the time, but it's like it's the one in history we got.
Yeah.
It happened slowly. This. I mean,
the people cheered it on for a long time until they went, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
right?
But it took years.
I know.
We're talking about every 24 fucking hours. There's another step. Due stepping towards this, and it's like it's happening so far. And now I want to bring this to back to the point of Governor Walz, and it's the title of the show.
Yeah,
Civil War. And here's I'm going to try to be logical about this because we're talking about Tim Walz is going to he wants to get the National Guard in to protect the population from ICE officers and stuff like that. Now, for there to be a civil war, you need to have civilians who are willing to fight for your side.
Right.
At this moment in time, the only civil war I can see happening is with the people of America against the federal government.
Well,
not each other.
Right.
I think red states look at this, what's happening in the blue states with all this, ICE agents and stuff, and they don't give a fuck. They really don't care. They're probably laughing at it, but at the same time, I bet they wouldn't fight for it.
No, that's just like we were saying in the first part of tonight's show. The very few of these hardcore Magites will even stand up in public and do counter protesting. There's no way they're going to show up with guns.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So this idea of a civil war. Okay. Go on.
Yeah. But as we saw during like Black Lives Matter, there was some hardcore racist fucks, white guys that came out with their guns and stuff and blah, blah. And that wasn't exactly good. But will those same hardcore prepper militia types do that when there's like real, I'm going up against trained troops in the National Guard and stuff?
They wouldn't have a fucking chance.
Right?
And this is what I've been thinking about, just even while we've been speaking about this whole notion of a civil war. It's not going to be a civil war. there won't be a civil war because
It's an uprising.
It's an uprising against the government.
Yeah.
And I say, fucking hell, go for it, because at this point, I mean, we can't fucking wait. Well, I say we.
Yeah.
It's easy to say we, but I feel like I'm part of this now. You feel like, you know, America has got nothing left. They got to put all the cards on the table. They got to go all in. They got to get Trump out. They got to smash down. Oh, well, I mean, I was going to say smash down the White House, but Trump's already started there. So yeah. There's not much left. You just got it. It's the only way I can see out of it.
Yeah. There's an unbelievable rebuilding needed of the Republican Party when this MAGA thing is finally beaten, because I don't see how the Republicans survive this once the Democrats get power back and restore some normalcy to people. And people have memory. As short as the attention span is these days, once a person feels burned, this short attention span lifestyle, the social media driven sort of quick reaction thing, also seems to breed holding grudges and you get somebody to flip out of their MAGA thing because it finally, like, they got evicted or whatever, their mother dies because the healthcare or whatever it is, you ain't ever getting them back, man. You know.
Yeah.
And I think by the time all of this is said and done, the Republican Party, as often as I hear how the Democrats are too weak and not fighting back properly and stuff, I mean, keep in mind, even if they do fight back, everything they do pretty much just gets voted down, except there was progress in saving the healthcare subsidies, right? So that's okay. But I don't see how the Republican Party survives after they get voted out properly from this. They're going to have to completely rebuild from scratch. And in seeing that, hold on, to finish, in seeing that, what Republican with an ounce of self-preservation that still has a career of 15, 20 years in front of them in politics would still go along with this stuff and wouldn't be going, you know what, I'll never get a job as a security guard after this if I don't flip, you know?
Yeah. Well, they have to dial back their politics like 20 years ago at least.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be at all surprised if there's like a switch in government, even just the midterms, which is too far away. I can't wait for that.
Oh God, I know.
Even there's a switch in Congress. I wouldn't be at all surprised if an awful lot of Republicans suddenly migrate to Argentina.
Oh yeah, and they'll probably take up the same residence that those goose stepping, you know.
Yeah, they'll disappear. Yeah. The ones that want to have a future in politics, they might hang around, but I bet there's a lot that just like retire off to Russia or somewhere.
Yeah,
China.
Altuus in the chat has a really good point here. The reps don't care; they just want their money. A lot of the more established and older ones that do have financial means, a lot of this is about money to them, and that's why they're playing along. But I think they're older and closer to retirement, so they don't have a lot to lose, because if they're hated afterwards, they just retire, right? But it's the younger ones that are in the Republican base that I just can't see how they're not looking to their own futures and going, I'm fucked.
Well, maybe the younger ones are the ones that are so radicalized into this, American
good point.
Thing, that I wouldn't say they don't care, but they care for different reasons. They have other plans, and they want this shit, and they want to become billionaires out of it. That's maybe what they're planning. I'm getting into politics because I want to be rich. I don't know.
Well, in this day and age, especially with the Trump administration and stuff, there's a definite angle that says politics is profitable right now, baby. Right? You know?
Yeah. Oh, and let's not, let's not piss around here, but there's Democrats who have made shit tons of money out of being in politics. So politics is one of those sort of things that a lot of people can actually make money from. That's why they don't. Their actual job doesn't pay very well.
Well, that's the whole thing. Like, if people in the live chat, Altuus and a few are pointing out right now, one of the key things to this whole administration is insider trading. They have so much pre-knowledge, and you can see it in the patterns of the market for these people. Like, it's right there to see. Some of them, it's been laid out, and yet, there's no Republican's going to be brought to task over it, right?
That period when Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, the sweetheart of the Republican Party, she's now left office, but she was
Leatherface, right?
Stop it. But she made shit tons of money over the over the tariffs, and a lot of people on Trump's friend list made a lot of money because he told them what was going to happen, and insider trading.
And
you can't get much insider trading than hearing it from the president himself.
And who's that? What's that guy that he looks like a bleached pumpkin that took the 50,000 in cash in the fucking fast food bag, right? Like, that's how bad this stuff is right now, right? The corruption is laid out in front of you because his base argues against it being corruption online, and that's enough for him to go, yep, I'm fooling everybody still. It's fine. No big deal.
I'll tell you what, when the impeachments come, there'll be more impeachments than there are peaches in California. Peaches for free.
Oh, man. Can I just say that I hope impeachment is written on like a 24-inch wooden dildo.
You should get it tattooed on your head. I've been impeached.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. I mean, and Timothy Walker's talking about prison as well. You'd have to build a whole new fucking prison. Just to put them all in.
Yeah. But we could go to the Sahara Desert and build a bunch of towers and just drop them on the top of each one and just see what happens. Do they die of thirst and starvation, or do the buzzards get them?
Oh, we'll send them to Gaza.
Yeah. Yeah.
I tell you what, you want to be a politician now?
Yeah.
Try sorting this shit out.
Yeah. It'd be like in that scene in Iron Man. He's all yours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Right? So there's more talk about Iran as well, and there's talk about Mexico. They're really rattling sabers about boots on the ground and stuff with Mexico right now over drugs.
Oh yeah, of course, drugs. Yeah, he's all about the drugs.
Yeah,
it's all about the drugs. Do you know what? This is the thing. They keep talking about all these cartels. They're sending drugs to America. No one is forcing Americans to take drugs.
This is just.
Have you noticed that? Yeah. He hasn't gone around saying, right, all these people will take drugs. We're going to sew their noses up. And we're going to zip their mouths up so they can't take drugs anymore. We're gonna bomb their houses. All these fucking users of drugs. Yeah. No. The cartels are supplying. They're supply and demand.
Yeah. Like, does he think eliminating cocaine from America, which, by the way, would be impossible, but does he think eliminating cocaine will eliminate the use of the casual use of drugs and the more addicted types using drugs? No, they'll just use something else, you fucking stupid.
Yeah. But this is the other thing I was thinking about. Is like, okay, so you're gonna stop all the drugs coming to America. So America now goes cold turkey.
Yeah, exactly.
And they wake up out of it. Yeah. And go, what the fuck has been going on? I've been taking all these drugs. Everything was great.
Yeah.
Now I've just realised. I just watched Brian Tyler Cohen. He's got a book out, and I've just realised what the shit's been going on. And it's like, and they'll be at the protest. There won't be protesting no kings or whatever, or no ice agents. They're going, bring more drugs. More drugs.
And it'll affect industries like complete. Like, imagine DJs. They show up to work. Where'd everybody go? You can't build for the drop when the chairs are empty. Like
the thing is, Trump is probably missing a trick here. What he's talking about industry in America. No, not taxing it, but making drug factories in America.
Yeah.
So it's not being imported.
Yeah, never mind.
Make your own.
Yeah, never mind that dirty imported cocaine. We have our own right here in America.
Trump Coke. Yeah, he'll put his fucking name on it. Well, of course.
Yeah. It's golden, but trust me, it's not heroin.
Trumpanol.
Trumpanol. 1 in 3 OD, and that's okay with me, he says.
Yeah. One less to pay, social payments out to.
Yeah, but if you die when you owe money, we'll take it out on your relatives.
This is how we're going to get rid of the deficit. We're going to just make all the druggies die.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's hilarious to me that he argues about drugs when he pardoned a known drug dealing, drug lord, despot leader.
Yeah.
Name there.
Pussycat.
Yeah.
Honduras.
Yeah. Because the fact of the matter is, in Trump's mind, there's too many poor people and not enough of y'all work and stuff and contribute. So you might as well OD on dope. There's no way he gives a fuck,
Well, he could put up the minimum payments. And so people earn more and everybody becomes millionaires and billionaires and they'll all be his friend.
Yeah. Or conversely, everybody can afford the cocaine. So why fight it, right? So,
Yeah.
But it's such there's no way he cares about that, right? He doesn't care about anybody who's not wealthy.
I don't know what he fucking cares. There's only one thing he cares about. It's him.
Yeah.
It's all about me.
Exactly.
And
the day,
why are we surprised?
Yeah, remember the day that the SNAP benefits were going to die and end because of the shutdown?
Oh, yeah, they were having a fucking party.
They were having a party at Mar-a-Lago with chicks dancing in martini glasses.
Yeah. The shrimp the size of fucking lobsters.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Unbelievable. I don't know what the poor are complaining about.
Yeah. Everything seems fine here,
Yeah. Let them eat cake.
Yeah. So, a funny story here I wanted to bring up. PJ CNET in the chat there found this one. There's a class of visa, working visa, that usually applies to A-list celebrity types like, Grammy, Oscar winners, Nobel Prize people, writers, playwrights, those kinds of things to be able to
Emmy award winning.
Yes. Yeah. Emmy award winning, like visual effects artists, maybe. Right. Right.
And who could that be?
Yeah, exactly. It's not like I hang out with one all the time. And traditionally, this comes from the fact that Nixon tried to kick John Lennon out of America. Right, this is where this whole thing starts from. Yeah, Nixon
was that before or after he was shot?
Yeah. Probably before. Probably before. Probably. I'm just guessing here.
Yeah. It's a good guess.
Yeah. But he tried to get rid of him. And so we ended up with this visa thing. It took a while to get there. There was a lot of arguing. It took until I think the 90s by the time it happened, right? And so it turns out that since COVID, the applications that have been granted for this visa have skyrocketed. And
really?
yeah, guess what industry specifically is the number one gain in access to come to America? That's right, it's OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, yeah.
Yes.
OnlyFans. Bring your OnlyFans, bring your tits, bring your vaginas.
Exactly, because in Trump's view of the world, if you're sexy and young and you use your body to make a living, he thinks you're just fine.
Unfortunately, you have to get your final stamp by visiting the White House and performing live.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't worry. He hasn't seen his heart on years, and neither will you. But it's okay, you know.
Yeah, we don't call it hard on anymore. We just call it Mr. Flopsy.
Yeah. When you see the dribble go down his leg, you know the show's over. All right, you know.
Everything's dribbling down his leg.
But yeah, no shit. It's sex workers and social media influencers that are seriously gaming the situation. And it's not just OnlyFans. Yes, it is, but at the same time, it's more than that, because you can game this system very easily by getting yourself to be the social media influencer that hosts an event somewhere. And then you submit that with your application and they go, "Oh, look important. Okay, there you go." And you can use like bot farms and stuff to quickly get your subs, and they don't even look into it. So it's also, all you have to do is be, let's say, right-leaning in social media or use your body to make money. And the Trump administration thinks you are just fine to come through.
I love the idea of the influencer, because once upon a time, influencer, there'd be like noted people. But people would know their name and talk about. But then you have everybody, you go to your careers officer in college or whatever. What do you want to be? I want to be an influencer. What happens when you have like so many influencers? What do they become? People.
Yeah.
Because nobody is influencing anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The only influencing going on is influencers influencing other influencers.
Yeah. It's like when you go to a protest and everybody's there to make content and there is no protesters, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been moaning about that.
Yeah. Or like we were saying there the other day, it's like the old joke. Why did the Titanic sink? There was so many time travelers on it there to watch it sink that it was overweighted, and that's what actually sank it.
And they kicked the women and children out of the lifeboats. Yeah. I'm having it. Why the fuck have you got a DeLorean on the deck? You git? Can't get up to 88 miles an hour on the deck.
Where we're going,
we don't need roads.
Yeah. They all show up in Harriers, right?
Mexico. Let's bomb Mexico, because that's a good thing. That's a good idea. Your closest economic ally.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he? What was this is the thing. This was the thing about this. He kind of like announced it on an interview on Fox TV or something. Some stupid. Was it Mark Hannity he was talking to or something?
Yeah, he was sitting around with 2 or 3 liars, right?
Yeah. But there was a thing he said, and I'm gonna misquote it because I can't remember exactly what it was.
You can't remember either. It doesn't matter.
Well, it was something to do with the fact that he doesn't care. He's just going to do what does what he does up to the point of his morality. Excuse me, Mr. Trump, the pussy grabbing, sex maniac. Let's talk about morality, shall we? From a scumbag, like 34 convictions, scumbag.
Yeah, the guy that signs a birthday card with pubic hair, for fuck's sakes, right?
No, that was his signature.
Yeah, I know, but you know what I mean, right? You know.
I was like, so what the fuck? What, really?
Yeah.
Seriously, is that what we come down to?
I want to.
I can do what the hell I like as long as it's just my morality. Well, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I want to point out too how old it makes him look that he signed as pubic hair because Donnie, they shave these days.
Well, well, I don't, but then I'm not on OnlyFans.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm not. My penis is.
Yeah.
It's got its own channel.
I bet Melania's is like grown teeth and fangs and stuff to defend itself.
So put your teeth.
Yeah, exactly. It probably has
deadly.
It has a venomous sting and everything, right?
Oh, it's not scary at all.
Yeah. That's evolution at work, man.
Yeah, we should get AI to redo that scene from the Holy Grail. The rabbit. Yeah, it's got Melania's pussy.
Yeah. Right, Melania stew coming up. Jesus Christ.
Trump lands.
Yeah. That's sadly what I think he's thinking, like in his mind, he's like, why did we stop with Texas and New Mexico and stuff,
Sorry, I think we're just going back to 1930s Germany again, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. Every time,
just need a little breathing room, a little bit of space.
Every time we get on a thing and it's a new discussion, but it's sort of Trump, it just ends in horror. There's,
Yeah, I feel like I'm a bit of a idiot. We just go back to looking back to Nazi Germany, and it's like you go, is it just me?
Yeah.
Is it just me? No, it's not.
Yeah, could somebody fix the History Channel so it actually shows history again? Because it seems people need to learn again.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Well,
this is like it's all Nazis. It's all Nazis on the History Channel, all about the Nazis, and it's like, oh, okay. Oh, they seem like quite a nice bunch, really.
Yeah, it turns out that
have they been re-editing?
Yeah, the Heritage Foundation was sitting down and watching that, and they were like, "Wow, great idea. Okay, take notes, right? Like, no, we're showing this so it doesn't happen again.
Oh dear. I feel real bad. There was they started showing Band of Brothers on Sky TV again. I mean, obviously, I know the show very well because I worked on it. And
you won an Emmy for working on it.
No. I won the Emmy for Rome. Which again we can go back to historically if we wanted to. But no, it's like all these fucking Antifa people died to protect democracy and freedom, and you look at it and think, well, why the fuck did they bother?
The average person that stormed the beaches of Normandy right now would be in line to kick the shit out of Hegseth and every one of them right now. There's literally way.
They would say, fuck Normandy.
Yeah.
Let's get to Washington.
Yeah. I've already killed worse than you, bitch. Step up,
So this is one of the things I was also thinking about Greenland. Now we should point out that the
History Channel says there's UFOs buried under Greenland, so I bet that's what Trump's going after.
Yeah, of course there are. These big pinatas. As the was it Prime Minister or President of Denmark has basically said, or was it Greenland? I can't remember which one it was, but she said, we'll shoot first, ask questions later. if there's an invasion. And it kind of makes you wonder that, if American troops land in Greenland, will they just like come out with like little white flags and just like put down their arms and just say, fuck it, we're surrendering? Yeah, we're not doing this. We saw that video, with Governor Kelly saying, "Do not follow illegal orders."
That's right.
Because it hasn't gone. Is nothing. Well, he doesn't go through Congress. Trump doesn't go through Congress. There's no war in Greenland. He just wants to take it.
Well, Trump has done a lot to try to get the woke, in other words, anybody who isn't a racist asshole, out of the military. But they've only lost a few people. A lot of the military is still there. And this becomes the deep question, Dunk. Will the military, the people that signed up to defend America and its interests and stuff, sign up to invade peaceful allied countries? Will they do this? Now remember, American soldiers went into Iraq, Saddam Hussein, weapons of mass destruction, and so on and so forth, and they weren't really there, and everybody just did it. Now, Saddam, horrible person, blah, blah, lots of reasons to get rid of him. There's been other times as well, but those were, getting rid of despot, horrible dictator leaders and stuff. Invading Greenland?
Yeah, but also all that Iraq war was still based on a lie anyway.
That's true. That's what I mean. But they didn't. Nobody really knew it was a lie at the time, and so I shouldn't be doing the hindsight thing. So right, but at least with Iraq and stuff, you look at it as a dangerous regime. Denmark, Greenland. Will anybody do this?
Well, just take one step back, though, because it's interesting that we talk about Iraq and American troops, and not just American, actually Denmark troops lost a lot of lives in that as well. That's
right. Per capita, they were right high on the list, right?
Yeah. They lost a lot more than anybody else. Now, but the thing is, like we say, it was based on a lie, and we only kind of like learn that afterwards.
Now, exactly.
Now, as soon as Trump opens his mouth, we know it's a lie.
Yeah.
So to send American troops into a NATO country.
Yeah. There's no way every active service person in the American military right now, the entire American military, there's no way every one of them's a fucking Magite. No way.
No. And they're supposed to be protecting the Constitution. And where is this in the Constitution? Well, we need Greenland and we need to take it.
You actually take an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yeah.
Right? This is what happens. Does the American military splinter like the Soviet Union military does in all those movies and books and stuff? And you know what I mean? Red October, blah, blah, all that shit,
Well, Last Boat, series,
so many, right? What the fuck is going to happen, man?
You could potentially have entire carrier groups just say, fuck it, no. Yeah. We're just sailing away and telling you to fuck off.
Yeah. And what happens to the 5 or 10% of the sailors on that aircraft carrier who are pro-Trump? And so is there like some kind of weird little civil war that happens on the boat, the ship or whatever? And holy fuck, the ramifications here are so scary, man. So scary.
Well, again, we've seen that in the movies like Hunt for Red October and Crimson Tide and stuff like that. You've seen that. That sort of thing, and that's potentially what could happen. You could end up with infighting on board ship. You probably have like naval commanders, on these carrier groups who are like talking, behind closed doors and saying, we're just not going to fucking do it. But the other thing,
I wouldn't doubt that's true for sure.
The other thing as well is Austria came out today. Prime Minister, President, I don't know how it works over there, but not the little guy from Austria with the little tiny mustache, but the current leaders of Austria basically said to Trump, or just laid it out on the line that if you invade Greenland, we are seizing all American bases and assets
instantly.
We're just confiscating it, and you lose it.
Yeah,
and that's big because again, what happens there, dude? Because American base. Hang on, let me finish. Because American bases, that to them is American soil. So if you have Austrian troops going on to military bases, American military bases, saying, right, no, you got to put the guns down, you got to surrender, or will they fight?
Yeah.
And so you have Austrians fighting Americans in Europe.
Yeah.
Could that happen?
It could happen in the blink of an eye if people aren't calm, cool, and collective. Collective of thought, right? Now, here's another thing. Let's say Trump starts doing this Greenland thing in earnest. One of the things they are talking about is security of America's, security interest, right? It's a big deal. Must have Greenland. Well, if it's not Russia, they're concerned about security-wise. Who is it? Nobody, right? It's Russia, right? So,
well, they do mention China.
Yeah, but it's mainly Russia because of where.
I don't know if China have ships and stuff going on around Greenland.
Right, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm getting at is, if you talk to anybody who knows what they're talking about, when you see in the movies how the missiles go from Russia to America and blah blah blah, it's usually horse shit. Because if Russia was going to attack America with nuclear missiles, they're going to go over the north. And it's northern Canada up in the Arctic where the early alert system that would truly defend America's interests against Russia ballistic missiles coming over are. So rocking the boat up there with NATO and the UN and all of this stuff is so short-sighted, it's not funny. On the same side of this, if he's truly talking about Greenland being essential, I can't see how that doesn't include at least part of Canada then.
And Alaska.
Exactly. Like he's going to want the whole north from Greenland to Alaska, which is a lot of fucking Canada.
Yeah, but let's face it, Alaska's got a land bridge essentially to Russia.
Yeah, right. Well, Alaska is, already theirs. It's just completely underused and lost, right?
It's just on the other side. It's on the wrong side of the map. If you look at a map, Alaska's over there, Russia's over there. Yeah, you get the disconnect. It's not. It's next door.
And if they're going to start using Alaska as some kind of staging area to also defend against Russia, that means he's going to want most of British Columbia to get his shit through and stuff. And that's where I live. And I can tell you that once you get outside of Vancouver and you start dealing with the rest of British Columbia, the odds of you making it without bringing everything you got are slim to none, because there's a whole bunch of angry wilderness, rednecky, rural motherfuckers who, Canada, we don't have guns. No, we just don't have stupid assault little guns and stuff, right? We're not a land of handguns and gang violence, but you want to see guns? We got guns, you fucking dumbass.
You got grizzly bears on trebuchets.
Yeah, we hunt. We got real guns, man. We know what we're doing.
See, the thing is, you look back at all of this. Just you take, like an artist looking at a painting. You take several steps back and look at it, and you go, would Obama have done this?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Trump has destabilized the entire fucking world
in 12 months.
In a year. Yeah. And we kind of like, when he came in, we kind of like joked about it. It was ha ha ha. Look at this stupid man. He's going to be. No, this shit's got fucking serious.
Too real, right?
And and the fact that we even talk about nuclear weapons now, if a nuclear weapon was fired from North Korea at the United States, and they wanted to return fire to Korea, those missiles have to go over Russian airspace.
Oh yeah.
Now, how do you think the Russians would take that?
The Russians will never let anybody attack North Korea because that's their source of cannon fodder. I mean, soldiers.
No. I mean simply the fact is those missiles will be going over Russian airspace, and are Russia going to look at those missiles going, yeah, they're not attacking us.
Yeah, exactly.
They're attacking North Korea.
You can tell by the trajectory so fast where it's actually going.
Yeah. They'll just hit the fucking button.
I'm not saying that they would like it. What I'm saying is they would know it's not going to hit them, but there's no way they would still let it happen. Absolutely not. No way. No way. No way in hell. Especially in this regime, right? No way.
Yeah. I mean, the simple fact of the matter is that, we end up talking about nuclear solutions. Where did this suddenly come from?
Yeah.
Why is this a conversation all of a sudden? It wasn't like 2 years ago.
No, but now you've got more and more, talk and, wonder and stuff. I mean, can you imagine, in the movies and stuff, the president of the United States has the little briefcase with the red button. Well, if that's truly the case, I hope it's a fucking oversized Smartie for this cocksucker,
Oh, he put a chicken nugget,
Yeah. Put that thing from Staples, the easy button, and okay, there you go. You did it.
Well, they have the black book, which is just like a menu. It's like hermetically sealed, plastic wrapped like maps. I was just saying, well, you can these are options for attacks, and you can just like pick and choose from the menu. What attack do you want to do?
Yeah.
So for fuck's sake.
Yeah. And he would take
a man like that in charge.
Yeah. Life means nothing to him unless you're wealthy and you can do something for him. You're worthless. He wouldn't care.
No.
It scares the fuck out of me, man.
No, I mean, and the fact that, the simple fact of the matter is, there's no winner in a nuclear war.
That's right.
A modern nuclear war. And that wouldn't even cross his mind.
No, because the missiles are not fast enough to make it so that you won't get annihilated because you launch. There's right. Even if the rumors are true and only like 30% of Russia's nuclear arsenal is actually functioning, that's enough to decimate.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I think all he wants is like once the dust is settled and civilization slowly, well, if it does succeed to clamber out the ashes, then they knock down the national monument and put up the Trump amusement park.
Yeah. In Trump's mind, as the cloud clears from the nuclear blast, the first thing you see is Eric's teeth.
Well, I was going to say Trump's name. He's put his fucking name on it.
Yeah, no, an old man like him would never survive even a bunker. Well,
let me get over there and I'll sign all the nuclear weapons. I'll sign them all.
Yeah. Before we shoot it, let me sign it so they see my name.
Yeah, it's like PJC that says, Trump's health isn't great. What if we want to go out with a bang?
Right? He doesn't care. Right. I other than that daughter of his he wants to fuck, I don't think he likes any of them anyway, right?
No. Well, she won't fuck him, so yeah. That's enough to get him frustrated.
Yeah. Disgusting pervert fuck. Remember, folks, the Epstein files. Never forget the Epstein files.
What happened to that? I mean, come on, in December we were still talking about the Epstein files, and it was gonna break It was going to break the administration. We're 10 days into the new year, and
now we're invading Mars, right?
Yeah, yeah, well, whatever. Yeah.
Shit.
Hell. It's like I know every day. It's like 24 hours later. I mean, what are we going to talk about tomorrow? Was he got on the cars tomorrow? And here's the thing. This is the weird thing. Well, it's not weird at all, because we've all talked about it in the past. Trump. He says he's going to do the thing. Yeah, he's just being Trump. He's just saying a thing. No, everything he's said in the past has come to fruition. Yeah, everything. Even just like a little thought here or there. I'm going to rename McDonald's Donald's Trump's Max. He's just gonna say a thought, and that just like happens.
Yeah, man. It's disgusting shit.
Within 24 hours.
Yeah. I cannot believe all that's happened in 1 year. I pray that the midterms come fast, or we get some special elections that break this majority. I think they're only down to like 2 seats of a majority now, because every time there's a special election, they pretty much lose. So, and I mean, I don't say this just like I'm a Canadian, for God's sakes. Why do I care so much about freaking American politics right now? Well, because I kind of have to, right? But we don't want our shows to just be the goddamn Trump show. There's more to talk about. There's things that are fun and enjoyable and shit. And we're trying our best, but
not anymore. Not anymore. There isn't.
Yeah,
we found you don't see much of that in the news cycle.
Well, PJ and the team found a few for us, so the first part of the show wasn't just dominated, and thank God for it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
It's what we're going to do afterwards.
Yeah. Well, speaking of afterwards,
we'll be quite silent. Yeah. We've got nothing to talk about because we haven't got Trump.
Well, speaking of which, though, I mean, we're almost at the end right now. We're about to hit our hour. So,
shit.
Yeah. Big thanks to our team again. Huge shout out to the team and the family here. We've got PJ CNET. We got Mexi Girl in the Shills account tonight. PJ rounds up pretty much all the news you hear from us around here. We've got Shayna Caldwell in the chat, moderator supreme extraordinaire. We've got AI Alchemist giving you all the cool images we show you, like this stuff and whatnot. We got Chris Lundy, we got David Worley, and Super Chat Matt, of course, too. Huge thanks to the team, everybody.
Yeah, and don't forget to leave a comment on the show. I mean, I'd love to hear your opinion. Do you think we're heading towards in America civil war or federal war?
I think federal is more accurate.
Is this going to be a different kind of war we've never seen before? Yeah. I don't know, but I feel like November for the midterms is just too fucking far away.
Yeah,
I'll be surprised if we can live next month.
Dude, totally. It's crazy. We're going to sign off. If it's your birthday, sorry we missed it, but thanks for joining us anyway.
Happy birthday to you.
Share, and subscribe, and join us soon.
Yeah, enjoy your last birthday.
I hope it isn't. Take care, everybody. God save us all.
Kissy kisses.